Hello, America! JOC here with your Ranting Politics headline updates, where we are diving into today's most explosive political stories that you need to know about. Coming up, we are diving into Trump's latest bombshell, a plan to create a government cryptocurrency reserve that's already sending waves through the digital asset market. We'll also look at Linda McMahon's confirmation as Education Secretary and what it means for a department that might not even exist much longer. In tech and manufacturing, we've got Taiwan Semiconductor dropping a mind-blowing $100 billion investment in U.S. chip plants, while Honda's making moves to dodge those new tariffs by bringing Civic production back to Indiana. And finally, we'll look at some sobering predictions about global obesity rates that might make you think twice about that extra slice of pizza. Stick around for all this and more in your daily dose of unfiltered news and common sense commentary. This is Ranting Politics Headline Updates. In a move that's got the crypto world buzzing, former President Trump dropped a Sunday surprise announcing plans for a crypto strategic reserve. Now, this isn't just about Bitcoin. Trump's throwing the full crypto catalog into the mix, including XRP, Solana, and Cardano. The markets did exactly what markets do best. They went absolutely wild. Bitcoin shot up to $95,000 after languishing below $80,000, and those alternative coins Trump mentioned, they went through the roof. But like most crypto rallies these days, what goes up must come down. And by Monday afternoon, prices were pretty much back where they started. Now here's where it gets interesting. Trump's positioning this as a way to diversify government holdings and protect against financial risks. But let's be real. We're talking about assets that can swing 20% because someone tweets the wrong emoji. The crypto community itself is split on this one, with industry heavyweights like Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong suggesting they should stick to just Bitcoin. The timing here is pretty fascinating. Trump's been styling himself as crypto's knight in shining armor, taking shots at what he calls corrupt attacks by the Biden administration. And sure, crypto prices did soar after his election victory. Remember when Bitcoin hit $100,000 and Trump posted, "You're welcome." But lately things haven't been so rosy. We've seen some major stumbles, including that whole mess with Trump's personal meme coin, plus some high-profile cryptocurrency hacks that the FBI is pinning on North Korea. Even some of Trump's biggest crypto supporters are starting to ask questions. As Dave Portnoy put it rather bluntly, why is crypto in the toilet if Trump is crypto king? The White House hasn't filled in the details yet. We don't know how much of each cryptocurrency they're planning to buy or how they'll get their hands on it. But Trump's doubling down on his crypto bet with a White House crypto summit scheduled for Friday. Whether this turns out to be a strategic masterstroke or just another volatile chapter in crypto's wild ride, only time will tell. In what might be the most interesting political wrestling match of the year, WWE co-founder Linda McMahon has just been confirmed as the new Secretary of Education in a Senate vote that split right down party lines 51-45. But here's the real plot twist. She's been tapped to lead a department that her boss, President Trump, wants to shut down immediately. McMahon, stepping into the ring at 76, isn't exactly walking into a championship celebration. The Department of Education spent a whopping $268 billion last year, and the results aren't exactly stellar. We're currently sitting at 20th place out of 41 nations in education, trailing behind Canada and numerous European countries. And those post-COVID test scores? They've hit rock bottom with 8th grade reading scores at their lowest point in 32 years. During her confirmation hearing, McMahon played it diplomatic about dismantling the department, noting that such a move would need congressional approval. She's promised to keep essential programs like Title I funding and Pell Grants running while working with the newly formed Department of Government Efficiency to trim at least $1 billion in spending. Republicans are backing McMahon as the shakeup artist the department needs, while Democrats are crying foul, claiming this is all part of a broader plan to dismantle public education. Trump, for his part, praised McMahon's deep understanding of both education and business when he nominated her, though he's also made it clear he hopes she'll put herself out of a job. McMahon has already committed to enforcing executive actions on hot-button issues like transgender athletes in women's sports, campus anti-Semitism, and the elimination of DEI programs. It's looking like this education reform storyline might be more dramatic than any WWE storyline we've seen before. In a massive vote of confidence for American manufacturing, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company just dropped a bombshell announcement. They're pouring an additional $100 billion into U.S. chip production. This brings their total investment in America to a staggering $165 billion. And they're not just throwing money around, they're building 5 new cutting-edge fabrication facilities in Arizona. President Trump, who made the announcement alongside TSMC's CEO C.C. Wei, called it a tremendous move by the most powerful company in the world. And he's not wrong. TSMC is the go-to chip supplier for tech giants like NVIDIA and Apple, particularly for their AI operations. This move aligns perfectly with Trump's push to make America the world's artificial intelligence powerhouse. This announcement comes hot on the heels of Trump's recent AI infrastructure project with Oracle, OpenAI, and SoftBank. It's part of his broader strategy to bring semiconductor manufacturing back to American soil, something he's framed as both an economic necessity and a national security imperative. The timing is particularly interesting, given Trump's previous criticism of Taiwan for what he called stealing U.S. chip manufacturing business. But TSMC hasn't been deterred. They've already received a $6.6 billion subsidy from the Commerce Department and have been steadily expanding their U.S. presence since their initial $12 billion commitment back in 2020. NVIDIA's already on board, with their spokesperson confirming they'll be taking full advantage of TSMC's expanded U.S. manufacturing network. It's looking like Trump's vision of making America a semiconductor manufacturing powerhouse might actually be coming together, chip by chip. In what's becoming a major victory for American manufacturing, Honda has just made a game-changing decision to produce its next-generation Civic Hybrid in Indiana instead of Mexico. This isn't just any ordinary production shift. We're talking about one of Honda's best-selling models, and it's all happening because of President Trump's proposed 25% tariffs on goods from Mexico and Canada. Think about this. Honda had originally planned to build these cars in Guanajuato, Mexico, starting November 2027. Why? Simple economics. Rising costs were making it tough to keep production profitable in Indiana and Canada. But with these new tariffs looming, suddenly the math started looking very different. Now, starting May 2028, these Civics will be rolling off the production line in Indiana, with plans to crank out about 210,000 vehicles annually. That's a serious boost for American manufacturing jobs. And here's the kicker. Honda's not just making this move for show. They're dead serious about avoiding those tariffs, considering that right now, about 40% of their U.S. sales come from vehicles imported from Mexico and Canada. The stakes here are huge. We're talking about Honda's second bestseller in the U.S. market, right behind the CR-V. Last year alone, they moved more than 240,000 Civics, with sales up 21% from the previous year. This isn't just some niche model. It's a cornerstone of Honda's business in America. What's really interesting is that Honda's the first major Japanese automaker to make such a concrete move in response to these tariffs. While other companies are still wringing their hands and expressing concerns, Honda's actually doing something about it. It's a clear signal that Trump's trade policies are already reshaping the auto industry landscape, bringing manufacturing jobs back to the American heartland. New research just dropped, and folks, the numbers are not looking good for our global waistlines. A groundbreaking study published in The Lancet is painting a pretty alarming picture of where we're headed. By 2050, we're looking at about 60% of adults worldwide carrying extra pounds, and nearly a third of young people joining them in the overweight or obese category. Let's put this in perspective. Back in 1990, we had about 731 million overweight adults. Fast forward to 2021, that number shot up to 2.11 billion. And hold on to your gym memberships, because by 2050, we're projected to hit 3.8 billion. That's not a typo. We're talking about billions with a B. Here in the US, we're leading the pack among high-income countries, and not in a good way. About 42% of American men and 46% of women were considered obese in 2021. By 2050, we're looking at 213 million overweight or obese adults in the U.S. alone. The South is particularly hard hit, with states like Mississippi, Oklahoma, and Texas showing some of the highest rates. What's even more concerning is how this is affecting younger generations. If you were a guy born in the 1960s, you had about a 7% chance of being obese by age 25. But for men born in the 1990s, that number jumped to 16%. And for those born in 2015, we're looking at a projected 25%. The experts are calling this an unprecedented global epidemic and a profound tragedy. Now, before you blame it all on personal choices, the researchers point to bigger issues: unequal access to healthy foods, aggressive junk food marketing, lack of safe spaces for exercise, and policy failures. This isn't just about looking good in your summer clothes. We're talking about increased risks of type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, and several types of cancer. And that wraps up today's headlines on Ranting Politics. What a day we've covered, from Trump shaking up the crypto world with his strategic reserve plan to Linda McMahon stepping into the education ring. We've seen TSMC drop a cool $100 billion on American soil, Honda bringing jobs back to Indiana, and some sobering news about global health trends. Remember, for your daily dose of unfiltered news and commentary, you can catch Ranting Politics wherever you get your podcasts: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Want more? Head over to rantingpolitics.com for extended coverage and exclusive content. And don't forget to follow us on X at RantingRP to stay up to date with breaking news and hot takes. This is JOC signing off, and thank you, our loyal listeners, for choosing Ranting Politics headline updates. We'll be back soon with the updates you need to navigate these interesting times. Until then, stay tuned, stay informed, and as always, stay free.
Is your home's landscaping, exterior style, or outdoor space ready for a transformation? Whether you're lakeside or curbside, make the most of your property with Garden and Grow Design, your premier digital landscape designers. At Garden and Grow Design, we specialize in increasing the value and beauty of your home by crafting elegant outdoor living spaces. Our experienced and creative designers use cutting-edge 3D technology to blend seasonal colors, perennial blooms, and stylish hardscapes into your ideal garden. And the best part? It's all designed for minimal maintenance. Don't just imagine your perfect yard. See it first with our innovative digital designs. Whether it's a serene waterfront retreat or a chic patio for entertaining, we bring your outdoor dreams to life. Ready to grow? Visit www.gardenandgrowdesign.com to start your journey toward a breathtaking landscape today. Garden and Grow Design. Cultivate beauty, cultivate life.
Hey, you brilliant inventors and creators. Have you crafted a product that's ready to break out from the digital world and hit the physical shelves? Imagine your creation sitting proudly in stores like Walmart, Target, and Home Depot, where 90% of purchases still happen. Well, it's time to turn that vision into reality with Product Fury. At Product Fury, we specialize in bridging the gap between online innovation and retail giants. In fact, we have secured millions of dollars of royalty deals for dozens of products at big box retail stores. Whether you're selling gadgets, home goods, or anything innovative, we're here to amplify your reach. Don't keep your product confined to the web. Visit www.productfury.ai today to submit your information for a free product evaluation. Let's get your products out of the internet cloud and into customer carts. Remember, that's productfury.ai. Make the leap from clicks to bricks and see your product thrive in the bustling aisles of major retailers. It's your time to shine on the big stage. Visit us now